Hi everyone! We are on our way to Baniyas Island! It's my second time and it's their first time. It's Marife's dream come true.
Yes.
We're going for a safari! Hi! On our way to our boat. We're going to our boat now! And that's our boat! Yes, thank you. We're waiting for the boat to depart. I'm with my mama Adi and the dream girl. And we're here in Baniyas Island in Anantara Hotel. Swimming pool. As beautiful as them.
Yes, of course. Under the heat of the sun, you know.
And we'll explore
Even
the
under heat
place.
of the sun. Okay. Kayong takbo. Yung mga
Nainito kami lahat.
Yes. Grabe.
Naligo kami ng pa.
Yes. At saka napipiga yung fans ko. So sana yung napiga
kami.
Napiga talaga. Kung sa Bisaya pa sana, nakupsan na ko ba? Sus, kagwapa ka na ko. Muniwang dayon ko. Pag round and round and round, hindi ko din yung magpapagpasin mo.
Ang ganda sana ng view. Ang ganda sana ng bumalabas.
Oh my God.
Not the right time.
Oh my
Still,
God.
we will enjoy. Oh, ito na kami ngayon. Tatlo. Nasa tour. Tatlo na kami. Exclusive. We're enjoying the tour. And we learn a lot. It's our Zoology 101.
Yes. Here comes our handsome guy. Yes, geologist.
Zoology.
These are 7 years old and those ones are closed at the moment for renovation work. The original idea about this island was all part of Sheikh Zayed's vision. It was about the greening of the desert and about looking after and conserving animal wildlife and looking at the creation of plantations. The plantation growth across Abu Dhabi has been working for about 50 years now. Date plantations, angelfish, sea bream, barracuda,
Barracuda.
rustic tree, and it's these bushes that you see that are low to the ground. These bushes, alright, this is where people get the sticks to clean their teeth from.
Yeah, that one.
It's from the roots of these trees.
What kind of tree?
It's called the arak tree, is a local name for it, and the root is called miswak.
Miswaya.
They're using it to brush their teeth.
Yeah. The English name is very simple, we call it the toothbrush stick
The
tree.
toothbrush
Yes,
is
Yep, they're
Okay.
acacia.
Of course.
umbrella.
Yes.
It's different there in the Philippines. Our acacia
It's so
is
big.
different.
There's about 200 different species of acacia.
Okay.
So some
in
of
the
the
Philippines, our acacia is different.
yeah most desert trees have thorns on them,
Yeah, it's fun.
and the reason why trees develop thorns is to stop animals from feeding on them. But that's the favorite giraffe. That's the favorite of the giraffe. So the thorns don't deter the giraffe. The giraffe still will eat from this. So it just shows how strong a giraffe's mouth is.
Wow.
Yes.
You obviously will have seen
I'm so
gazelles.
excited.
We do let gazelle, any animals that are not going to hurt anyone, they're not going to cause any problems to people, are allowed outside.
Ah.
Now the ones inside though, they're bigger and stronger than what we are, so they need to be inside. And that's for their protection as well as ours, because we have cars moving around, etc.
In the perimeter.
Now keep your eyes out, especially under the trees. Animals are going to be looking for food, shade, water,
Uh-huh.
and not necessarily in that order. And there'll be, some of them will be out on the grasslands as well, so we'll go around the grasslands and we'll see which ones are feeding.
Okay.
Ones with the spiraling horns.
There's a deer.
Yeah. Is that a deer also? The one with one.
With the spots?
There
The ones
the
with
spots?
the one with the spots is a deer, The one walking away to the left is another gazelle. Okay, it's a bit darker than the ones that we saw outside. So there are different types of gazelles, different types of antelopes, and different types of deers, and they're not all related. Deers are a completely different family. So this type of deer is an Indian spotted deer. So you find them in areas of like Ranthambore, which is tiger safari in India. Antler. So antlers are made of bone. Okay? So this is what's inside our bodies. This is bone, calcium. Yeah? A horn.
Ah, it's different from the horn.
A horn has layers.
Oh.
And it's made of what we have on our nails. Yeah? So this is nail fiber and hair fiber wrapped around itself with lots of different layers inside. Okay? And this is grown throughout their life. And if it breaks off, it's broken for life.
Oh.
Yeah? Okay?
It can't be like
It can be regrown very slowly, but it's a bit like if you were to cut the nails of one hand, but not the other, this one will not catch up. Yeah? This one, they will keep growing at the same rate, but because this one is already developed and you've not cut it, it's going to be longer all the time than these ones if you were to cut them. Yeah? Now this is totally different.
what's that called again?
This is made of bone and we call it an antler. So the antler, you can see it has like this cup. And it grows from a lump on the deer's head. Yeah?
Only deer
And
has
that-
this one?
Deers have these ones, yeah.
Only
it's
All right?
bone.
Sometimes only male, but sometimes females and males. It depends on the type of deer. Yeah? But the majority is males will grow the antler. And this as well, you can measure it in about 4 inches as you go up, okay? Because they grow about 4 inches a year.
A year.
All right. However, this whole thing falls off, and then they grow a new one,
Oh,
which will
that's
be
good.
longer next time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For example,
Yeah.
4 years old.
Yeah.
And then it
Yeah.
will break after 4 years, but then when they regrow, it will like
Yeah. The fifth year will be a bigger antler. The 6th year another bigger one, and then so on until they get the biggest that they can get throughout their lives.
And
Okay.
their lifespan is until
Lifespan of deers is approximately between 10 years and 15
wow,
years.
so that
okay?
will be long.
Same with a lot of like antelopes, and the antelope family, it just depends on the environment, it depends on food sources, water sources, etc. as well. And animals in captivity tend to live longer because they have a doctor that looks at them once a year and gives them something to clear out their insides as well. They get rid of the parasites, they get rid of the problems and stuff like that for them, and they will have a longer life. However, the muscle structure of some of these animals in captivity are not normally as strong as the ones in the wild. The ones in the wild have to be tough.
Yeah, because he's in the
Yeah,
wild.
it's survival of the fittest, and
yes,
if they
of
are
course.
weak, they will not survive.
Yeah.
So that's
You
the,
are biologist?
no,
Zoologist.
no, just a guide,
You are zoologist?
just a guide.
Yes, a guy, the handsome guy.
Okay, he is actually normally found in South Africa.
Oh.
And South Africa is some of the largest species on the planet. From antelope to elephant to giraffe. The biggest ones are normally in South Africa.
Oh, so big. Oh.
And you'll notice he's found a very good
so
spot
good?
and he doesn't like to share it apart from with the people.
Ah, and he's watching us.
Do you have names for them? No.
No, not individually because there's like 1,000 of them on the island.
Oh.
Orange or red coloration in it, it will have hadid, which is iron. Iron you will see sparkling on the ground as well.
If it's reddish, there is iron.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Iron,
This one is sun.
iron will oxide, chemical reaction with the air, and it will start to rust. So it stains the environment. Dried up river areas.
Yeah.
So when we have rainwater on this island, it will flash flood. Can you see the damage here?
Yeah. Ah, this one.
So this will be a small stream that will go off in that direction, and you can see the bottom as a reddish colour.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's bringing
There is
the
iron, presence
from the
of
middle
iron.
and bringing it this way. Reflecting from the sun.
Yeah, have you seen the sparkling sand? It's the iron.
Okay, it's all
Little
salt
area.
or gypsum, and gypsum
Oh.
is a type of salt,
Uh-huh.
but not halite. Halite salt is the only rock that you can ingest. You can eat it.
Ah,
yeah?
it's edible.
Yeah, so that's the only rock that you can eat. It's called halite. Yeah, we do have it on the island.
Uh-huh.
On the top, it's called gypsum.
Gypsum?
And gypsum can turn into cement.
Yes, gypsum
I like
is
the black
it's
one.
made for
So
the
don't eat gypsum.
partitions.
So you use it for plasterboard.
Gypsum board.
Yeah, gypsum board. Yeah.
So that you will see on the floor down here. Look.
Oh, here.
The black one.
Here.
That's the gypsum.
So the black stuff that's shining is the iron, but the reddish colour that looks like clay,
Yeah.
that is the gypsum that is dried out now.
Oh, it still can be used.
If it goes wet, it's like a clay, it's like a cement. So this is all like iron.
Oh yeah,
Wow,
it's
it's
sparkling.
Wait.
222. Mark,
Again.
222 memorize.
Wait, if it's because you have a quiz after this one.
Oh my
If
God,
it's
it is
purple, it's magnesium. But if it's green,
Copper.
copper.
So you see the green rocks here on the left.
Yeah, Mark, wait, now wait.
It's green.
So the green rocks were
Copper oxide.
copper oxide. Oh, chemical wiring.
So we have to mine here.
So they did do mining here,
Yeah.
but many years ago. They don't do it anymore.
They just
this island's
preserve this.
obviously a preserved nature
Yeah.
reserve now. But
Ah.
when there were people living on this island, they would used to take the raw materials to
Yeah.
trade with. So they'd be
Oh.
trading with copper,
Mm-hmm.
pearls, dates, and other minerals, and salt, for example, because salt you can preserve fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they use the salt for different types of brine as well to keep things pickled and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Keep things looked after.
Well, as after the
Yes,
tour,
of
so you
course.
have to bear in mind what he's talking about, okay?
the
So again, we have to recap with the animals. If,
Antelope.
what's the difference with the horse that he just showed?
Yes, it's bone and it's
It's
the
made
horn
up
is
of-
different from the bone.
It's made up of calcium and the other one is keratin.
Very good.
Yes!
Yes.
It's called
Alga.
alga.
This
is the national
This is the
tree.
national tree.
Of UAE. Our national tree is
Hello?
Nara. This is salt. Ah, that's the salt.
And the salt on top of it is called gypsum,
Gypsum.
changing colour due to magnesium, iron, and copper.
Ah, mixed together. Wow. It's a salt made up of calcium, iron, and so many others. It's called gypsum, by the way, the black one. Wow. I thought we would only learn about animals here, but we're also learning about sand and salt. Wow, it's amazing. Oryx, the most.
Almaha. It's the symbol of the UAE as well. It's the national animal.
The oryx.
The bird species that they chose as their symbol
Falcon.
is the falcon.
Yeah.
And the oryx, there's a breeding area on the left here.
Ah, this is the breeding area of the oryx. Hi, oryx!
So can you see the babies?
Where are the babies? Care about the sun.
Yeah?
They don't care.
The oryx as well. Look at the babies. They don't
Yeah, they care.
about the sun.
They don't care about the sun. Unlike us, we're hiding.
The adults, they might sit down under the shade and get comfortable, but they will also relocate themselves from area to area as well. So the ones outside, there's a lot of males that are fighting and that, and it's the strongest males that we'll choose for the breeding program. We want them as strong and as wild as we can.
Oh. Yeah.
Look to the left here, these small trees, they're
Wow, the frankincense, it's good for the toothache or something, or there's a lot of uses. Frankincense.
Locals call it Laban.
Laban?
Yeah.
Really?
There's Laban and Liban.
Laban.
Liban is the gum tree.
Mhm.
Laban is the milk drink.
Ah, Laban. This one is the... There's also an olive there, right?
Yeah, the greyish coloured trees.
The
See, they're
grayish.
like shining.
Shining,
Yeah,
shimmering.
that is
They're the olive.
The olive
Olive.
tree.
and the front.
Alright, let's keep our eyes out now because we're going near some of the bigger tree areas and that's where the giraffe are likely to be hiding.
Wow. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that
these
one.
are called, they're called rock hyrax. Rock hyrax are genetically tied to elephant.
Ah, that's the...
Their genetic makeup, when you look at it underneath the microscope and that, whether or not it's their blood, respiratory system, bones, they all are very similar to elephant.
Really? But
Yeah.
you're small.
They're so small.
They are so small.
I know
What's they called again?
Called rock hyrax.
Two giraffe here. Hi, giraffe. Can we have a selfie? Hi. Hi, giraffe. Are you starving, baby? No. Leave us alone, humans. We're eating. It's our lunchtime.
Rehydration.
Yeah, you need
What they'll do is
water.
they'll give him like a sugary water to drink, and then that
Oh.
might give him the energy to get back up. So we'll see.
Wow.
But this is the thing, you see, in the wild,
Mhm.
he would not be given any help.
Yes.
Okay? Whereas here, we will see if we can do anything for him.
Yeah.
He is old.
He's
so
old. Mm.
Sometimes they will say no intervention because
Yes.
it would be cruel to keep him alive
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So they have to make a decision. If they
Mhm.
say no, he's well past his age span, because the age of giraffe is normally 35 years.
Ah.
All right. So if he's older than 35, then he's had a good life.
Mhm.
I think
Hello, they're just like, hi everyone. It's so nice how they get along with each other. They're not fighting, they're just resting. And Giraffe is just like a statue there. He's just literally standing like, look at this human.
That's running around hunting, and there's three that are watching him. And what we're trying to do is get them to start to change their diet and start to hunt for the gazelles. But you have to kind of like encourage them to do it. Can you see underneath that, like what looks like a table? Can you see the cheetah underneath it?
yeah, under the thing.
So the females are in this side here. There's Najma and Amal on this side. And then Shah.
Cheetah.
The females are more like nomadic in nature. They like to move around a lot more than males do. Males set up territories, so they'll stay within the confines of the best food, the best water, the most gazelles and all that sort of stuff in those areas, and they'll stay there. And they'll fight for that area. They'll want to keep it, and because any female that goes through, they'll have the breeding rights to those females as well if it's their territory. So females keep moving because it's a natural instinct of theirs to keep cubs moving as well, keep the babies moving, keep the babies safe. Yeah. If they stay in an area for too long, they are more susceptible by attacks from things like leopards, lions, and stuff like that. You see, that's the environment a cheetah is normally in. It's normally in the same environment as leopards and lions, and because you find them all throughout Africa. Now they're very difficult to locate, and normally cheetahs are hunting on the areas that are semi-desert, so it's becoming forest or it's becoming desert, and it's flat plateaus of grasslands and that, where they can build up their speed very, very quickly. And they will stalk their prey until they get within about 50 meters of it, and then they will charge out and they will use their special speed to capture the animal. Because they can go from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, top speed of 130 kilometers an hour. Wow. which is ridiculous.
Wow,
for any
yeah,
animal.
ridiculous.
Our fastest antelope on the island can go 85 kilometers an
Oh.
hour. Okay?
Cheetahs can come up trees, huh?
Watch out for the trees, okay? With the thorns on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like other dimension. Before we are in the desert, now it's like we are in the
They are wild.
Really?
Into the wild.
it's like a forest, mini forest.
Now can you feel the difference when we're here?
Yeah.
Because of the trees.
Okay, so this is how our animals are able to survive, yeah?
Okay.
So you go from an area where you're in the sun and it's 10 degrees hotter there.
Yeah.
All right, here it's about 40 degrees. Out there it's 50 degrees.
Wow.
Okay, so that's why you'll see animals just going underneath the trees. It drops the temperature by about 10 degrees. And in here as well, it's quite moist and there's a lot of water moving
Yeah.
around in these areas as well. So they can cool off quite easily around here.
Yeah. Nice.
Something nice. Saying nothing.
And we're going back to the jetty.
Sad
Did.
no.
We want more, but it's time to go. We really appreciate Mark.
Yes.
He's a good one.
Yes. And memorize everything. Oh my god.
And Mark, there's a quiz. You have to ask us. Okay, question number 1.
The crystals and the sparkling. It's what is that? Iron.
Okay, the color purple it's because it's magnesium.
Magnesium. Okay.
And the green is you forgot?
The green is
Oh no, not copper, it's copper. And the black one at the top of the hill, it's called. That's it. Wait.
Iron ore.
Yeah, it's
Ah,
also
ore, the
okay.
iron
But
ore.
it's what it's like it's used for.
Iron is used all around the world.
Oh,
it's used all around the world.
But the iron here is not
Specifically.
You cannot use it enough to make like an object.
Okay.
The copper, yes, the copper was mined. Not to a big industrial scale, but it was mined in small scale to trade with. Because if you're talking about 130 years ago, there were people living here.
Yeah.
But more recently, it's all about animal plantations, nature reserves, and crop plantations.
Yeah.
These are all fruit trees.
Mm.
So there's a lot of worth in how to grow your own fruits and vegetables, how to grow your own trees, because you can lessen your importation.
Yes.
And you can
Yes.
also then feed your own produce.
No rice plantation here
Of
in
course.
Sharjah they have.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Do you want me to take a photo?
Yes,
of this
please.
to the car?
Yes,
Yes,
I
yes,
love
yes.
that.
Pagardo Versosa ng mga beauty namin. And we're going back to the jetty. It's just a day tour. We're not staying here. Ah, this way.
They'll show you down to the boat.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Wow. So we're going to the jetty. So we're chilling, waiting for the boat to be ready at 4 p.m. And now time check, it's 3:45, 15 minutes before 4, and look at them. The other one's just standing, tired of sitting, my friend. And I'm just chilling here. Like, just feeling at home. So, ganito yan. Ba't kami nandito ngayon? Kasi, that girl over there, she really want to come here in Sir Baniyas Island. It's her dream. Like, dream. And she convinced us to go with her. And we booked for a day tour on day pass here in Sir Baniyas Island. So there's no need for you to come and check in their hotel because their hotel rates are very expensive. It's like 6,000 a night. Or they have like the usual, the 6,000 a night are like villas, chalets. So like the rooms, like the suite, it's just like 1,200. It's much cheaper than the villa. But for us, what we did, we checked in a hotel in Ruiz, just in front of us, in that island there, the mainland. And we're in Baniyas at the moment. And then, so we took the trip from there and Ruiz, 12 p.m. and we reached here at around like 12:30. Then we started the tour at around like 2 p.m. and we finished at 3:30. So 1.5 hour tour around the desert with the wildlife. We've seen a lot of different kinds of like Arabian animals and imports from Africa and India and some other places. So we found many types of animals that you can see in this vlog. and we're so glad that we are privileged enough to have the tour exclusively for the three of us. Yeah, look at them, like they're busy with their phones. And I'm busy vlogging. So yeah, so we enjoyed it so far. It's like 8 of 10. 8 because it's not perfect because it's very hot. Although the car we had, it has air condition, but it's, even though it's open and it's still hot, but it's manageable. It's okay. And if you would like to come, just book their day tour and come visit Baniyas Island. Our ferry is ready, so you have to go now.
Bye-bye na.
Nagpipicture kami. Nagpicture. At yung boat namin nag-alboroto na. Look at the sea. Oh. So, diba? Mga turista, exclusively for us. Naks. Mga haggard na mga beauties. We are in Baniyas Port in Ruiz. This port is going to